Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming and welcome. So, let's see. Wow, look at everybody in there. Psalm 146, Maria Graham, my faithful. So, of course, everything is ringing. And thank you all for hitting the like button. So, I guess I only have one live started today. How's everybody doing? So I'm trying to pull up the chat and on the phone. So is everybody nice and warm? What's going on in your lives? Are you ready for it seems like we just had Thanksgiving. Are you ready for Christmas? What is up, you guys? So let me go to Garden Quilt and Art Show and see if I can pull up the chat. Mike, thanks for coming and welcome. Good evening, Sissy Joanne Stevens. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Maria Graham. Oh, Maria Graham says she likes my hair. It's a journey. It's a journey, Maria Graham. This is I've always been the smooth style or the bun type, and I don't know what it's supposed to do. I don't even know where it's supposed to go. Like I was trying to. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it alone and let it be what it is. You guys, happy Saturday. I'm trying to look at the chat in here. Okay. So 7 watching. And how many thumbs up? You guys can always figure this out. Psalm 146 says she's always cold, but the heater back down to 72 before your husband gets home to see. Oh my goodness, how funny. It was above 72? Oh my goodness. I had this conversation at the doctor's office, but first let me welcome everybody in. Looks like we got started the way we were supposed to today. I'm always tinkering around trying to do stuff, but yeah, I want to thank all of you in the bushes. I want to thank all of the subscribers, of course, the moderators, and the channel members. It is a testament that you come to your Auntie Nana's house on a Saturday and a Thursday and just come and check on me, make sure that I'm okay. And I like hearing from you all too. Psalm 146, I want to get back to this 72-degree temperature. She says anything below 76 feels cold to her. You guys, I have my AC on in here, but I don't get enough air from outside for me. It feels like so I need some new thing. Yeah, the heat's on, but the AC, I have a wall AC unit and it's on. It's on. But I went to the foot doctor. I have the best foot doctor, you guys. My foot doctor has a nail tech, and the nail tech does what you'd get done at a nail salon, except that you know that it's a doctor's office. They're not cutting too deep. They're not doing something. They trim your nails. They cut all around everything. Especially when you get a certain age, you're not as flexible as you used to be, bending down on the floor trying to do your own. They don't polish it. Some, yes, the AC is on over there because it brings a lot of fresh air from the outside. We are supposed to get a little sprinkling of snow. Mother, if you're listening, I'm coming to your house in the morning, but they say it should only be a sprinkling. I didn't get there Thanksgiving, you guys, because of the weather, but I'm definitely going tomorrow and hang out. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Where's that Pankey book that I want to take for her to see from the Pankey family history? So, what are you guys working on in your lives? Have you had your dinner? It is 6 o'clock here in Connecticut on the East Coast. These glasses are yucky. A mother, Maria Graham, is saying hello. She likes that, you guys. We'll have a fun talk tomorrow. Maybe do a puzzle. She likes doing puzzles. We take we take family photos and send them someplace on Amazon. My granddaughter is in charge of that department. Mike's Chaotic Gardening is saying hello, mother. And we take the photos and have them made into puzzles. So she knows what the picture looks like. So she goes around putting them together, and whoever's there with her, her aide, some one of the family members, we all play with her and play games. She likes doing puzzles too. She would love Tori's game trying to. I think that the it might be puzzling to figure out which way the letters go. I struggle with that part sometimes, but she likes to she likes to see word games. She likes to see how others are doing it. So Thursday, was it Thursday? I was looking for some, I don't know, some scraps, something that crazy, ugly red fabric that I bought 160 yards of some time ago. Sam is currently working on Christmas cards, but she needs to get started on dinner very soon. Oh, tell my bean juice I said hi. Dinner. Okay, so one of my friends, my one of my neighbor friends, treated herself. Her Christmas present to herself was Omaha steaks. So she's been bringing some of them down, bringing some of them down. I've been eating them. Omaha Steaks has the best hamburgers. Those big meaty hamburgers are so juicy inside. I don't eat a lot of red meat, but I love those hamburgers. You sent your Christmas cards out already, Maria. Maria Graham is the best person I know about cards and little notes. Me, who's always running late. So going back to what I'm working on, and then I'll give you guys a chance because that's what we're supposed to be doing. I have this little bucket that I keep under my chair, and it has, well, I stick scraps of fabric everywhere. You guys know I don't throw anything away. I'll pull this up so you can see it because it's funny. So, this is an embroidered pocket that I did years ago with that fabric that I love. So, I'm going to be making a new bag, but this time I'm going to put the fabric on this side. Let me put my little tissue away. My eye is always running from the light, the bright light. So this was in here. Then I knew I had blocks because when I'm cutting fabric, I just cut, cut, cut. Joanne Stevens says, "Thank you, Maria, for the card and gift." Oh, how sweet of you, Maria. Maria, Maria. You remind me of a West Side Story. So, you know that fabric. Let me show you this face so you can look me in the eye. I had this fabric with the frogs on it. Mike knows that frog. I thought he got the last frog. Then I found more fabric with frogs on it. And I actually made my great grandson a Christmas quilt out of it. And it's not finished. It's not finished yet, but it will be. Sometimes I'm up on Christmas Eve finishing gifts. Finishing gifts. Remember that big pile of pillows that were here? They're down to what, one? There are only three left over here. The others will be going out. Okay. So this is like the pocket on this bag. This bag actually has my embroidery machine little things in it. So, hello, Robin M. Thanks for coming and welcome, you guys. So, I was digging in this bin under the chair for some pieces of fabric, and have to do like Crafty Leo. I actually have a lint roller here, but I'm digging down through here, and I cut blocks ahead of time. Robin Murphy, if I didn't say hello, 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 hello. Thanks, everybody, and welcome in a happy little Saturday night. I've been doing this on Saturdays for 2 years. I started because Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick, and Stacy, then Bougie joined the group with them, and they went live on 7 on Saturdays. So they suggested that I go live at 6 just before they go on. So I'm looking in this bucket of fabric, and what the heck do I see? I thought I'd finished all the frog fabric, thought I finished all the red fabric. I even made my great grandson a quilt out of the frog fabric, and I'll show you for those of you who are new or watching in the bushes. My sister says I get excited and talk fast sometimes. So I will slow it down. I found more of these 10.5-inch red blocks in here. Oh my goodness. So I had sewn the last two, hopefully, frog blocks to a red block. And I said, I'll make a table runner for the holidays because it's festive, it's bright and red and green, Christmassy colors. And then I found these extra ones. So I sewed 3 of these together to make a backing for it. I'm going to go over there and do that in a minute so that you guys can see that it's not too late to make Christmas gifts. One of my sister neighbor friends, a different one, says, I don't know what she says, something about making things for anybody except for my family. You know, you guys know that I make stuff for others in the family. And that's what 2 things that we'll be working on tonight. One will be a table runner with this red fabric and some green fabric. And I also had a lot of this. I loved this fabric because it has the flowers and stuff on it. So I put this in there until I get to something else. I need something else. I actually like this with my African fabrics too. This is a nice soft fabric and I use it for bindings. So that's what I will be working on today. And I want to give you an update about the 4 challenges that I'm doing. So I'll stick this back under the chair, out of sight, out of mind. And what I do with leftover blocks when I want to make a quickie little gift, I look to see if I have any orphan blocks. I look to see if I have something started, and I do. And then this piece of batting, I like cotton batting. It's warm, it's lightweight, and it's just very comfortable. I like the feel of cotton. But when you guys make things, use whatever you like. When I made my mother's denim quilt, that big giant quilt, it was a king size. I thought it would be too heavy with cotton, so I had the long arm quilter put a very thin polyester one just enough so it will puff up when they did the long arm quilting. And then when I have little pieces of this is what I use for my style of key fobs and lanyards that go around your neck. I always have a bunch of quickie little things to make. I have always have little bits of fabric. So when I buy fabric, I always buy some extra. No, I used to always do it. Budget does not allow for that. So I buy what I need, but I usually get a little extra, be it a half yard, a yard, because I try to make a coordinating binding if I'm making a quilt or something, or I use the scraps to make key fobs or neck, things for to go around your neck. So what the things we're going to work on today are a table runner out of that red and green fabric. One will be a flip and sew, and the other one will be the standard way that you do quilting with the top, the middle, and the backing. And let's see, the other challenges growing. Mike is in here. Is the WIG 2024. No, I'm not going to put my crown on. Ain't got time because I don't want to keep you guys all night. And I want to really show you how to do this table runner and a casserole pad that is being made out of an extra large piece that I had left. So WIG Grow Off is an annual indoor growing where you grow from seeds. You had to start. Robin Murphy, hello. Mike says hashtag, and you put hashtag WIG 2024. What I keep poking the bear about is that Auntie Ellen won the indoor growing contest challenge in 2022, the first year. I've actually been gardening mostly outdoors all of my life, outdoors and indoors, because mommy always had a lot of plants. We always use fish emulsion, but the house is so big. I don't know. I guess unless you're standing next to it or it was watered down, you didn't smell it. Or I don't know how often she watered it. Bone meal, blood meal. Those are the things we grew up with. Auntie Joanne will tell you about the dump truck full of composted cow manure Daddy used to get every spring for our vegetable gardens. But there were always vegetables around the house, but Mommy always had thousands of flowers, and the veggies were at another property or down the street, or we even used to rent lots for different gardenings. Maria Graham said she's in it. How many of you are doing the WIG 2024? Maria, you say you're doing it. You have to post a video, my dear. You have to post a video, and I will too. I will wait until the first of the year because I'm doing hydroponics. And hydroponics, the things grow 5 times faster than they do in the soil. I actually have some little peat pots and some tiny little pots to up pot them after that. But I will be doing it. I've been cooking. I grated up the very last beat up zucchini. Tori's brain. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for coming, sir. I saw y'all in the bushes, the very last bushes last night on TV. And you guys are so funny. Dolores, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys, actually, I have so many things going. The bigger things will be going out after Christmas. This leftover batting was left over from laying out Dolores's Christmas quilt. But she already knows that I will get it in the mail after Christmas. Postage is so expensive, you guys. Ugh. By the way, if you want to contribute the to the channel, you can do the Cash App, which is GQUAT. No, no, no. Let me see. It's $ GQUAT 1313 to help with the postage. I put it in the chat. And yeah, whatever is donated to the channel, I use strictly for the channel. My other challenges that I'm working on, I am doing my $5 minimum a week. I've already put it in. I've already put it in for this week, but I have another one waiting. Another one waiting. And I stick extra little bits in here. So next Christmas, this $5 challenge is going for a year, and that's December 1st. So, where are you guys watching from? What grow zone or what state? Because the GQUAT stands for gardening, quilting, any of the arts, whether it's reading, writing, painting, quilting. I'm working on a quilt challenge. Donzel Cooper, hello, and thank you for coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate each and every one of you. So, this is actually a key fob, one of my style of key fobs that I make, and I just take little scraps of fabric, little scraps of batting, and go from there. Psalm 146 is in Chile, Illinois. Mike is in Minnesota, Zone 4. Auntie Ellen is in Connecticut, 6B. I saw Dolores was growing some stuff too, y'all. Is there anybody in here who is not doing any gardening yet? Because if not, what you can do is go to a farmer's market. Although our last farmer's market just closed. Just closed. I bought up the rest of the collard greens, all that I could. Wish I had gotten more. Those greens were so good. Do I have any sunflower key fobs? Not yet. Not right now, Psalm 146. I will have some by summer. I will have some by summer. For those of you who don't know, Psalm 146 loves sunflowers. For those of you who have never grown sunflowers, 1 second, please. It's actually up to, I think it's probably all the way up to 72 in here. I usually keep it on 68. Oh, and that's what I was going to tell you. I went to the doctor's office and I was telling the nail tech that I keep my heat on 68. She's like, 68? She said she keeps hers on 62. My Cece's Texas Garden, thanks for coming. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Tigsy, thanks for coming. And welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to go over because, like I said, Garden Quilt and Art Show is about empowering, not just empowering, encouraging others to make things by hand. I my grandmother used to sew and make things. I have a few little things. I have some of her fabric that I've actually made into a couple quilt tops there up top. But I just want to get you all to make something for people, something they can touch when you're not there, something they can hold. It could be a key fob. It could be just something a part of you. There were some dishonest people at your farmer's market. They were selling, let me see what she said. Uh, they were selling tomatoes with the stickers from the store still stuck on them. Oh, doesn't that get you when you go there and you see all the boxes under the table, all the boxes in the trucks nearby or their vans? Heck, you could do that your own self. Lying. Oh no, I didn't say that bad word, mother. We weren't allowed to say that word. Lying. Historian, telling stories. So let's go over here. I'm going to do something. Not a lot of not a lot of touching stuff. I don't want to get knocked off. So I'm going to stand up and slowly turn. Here's my face. You don't want to look at my non sit ups, do you? So I'm going to put this over here because someone told me to get it closer. Jags, the honey slanger. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And here I am. That bright light back there is part of my hydroponic stuff. They're saying hi to Dolores. I saw you, Dolores, last night tearing things up on Tori's brain game. So I will put my phone over here so that I can see. And everybody's saying hi. So let me turn this thing on. I have this machine threaded with gold thread on the top and just regular off white in the bottom. So these are, I'm so sick of this frog fabric. This is this is the back of it. This is the red fabric. And I made my little quilting sandwich well, first I sewed three 10.5-inch blocks together. Why? Because when I make my rag quilts, a lot of them, I make them with 10.5-inch blocks if I'm starting with cut fabric. Why? Because most fabric is 42 to 46 to 44 inches wide, domestic fabric, and you can get more bang for your buck. You can get four big blocks going across, like 10 times 4 is what the stores sell. They call them layer cakes. I cut mine 10.5 inches because sometimes I get a little wiggle room and I can mix mine with some of theirs. So I have these 3 blocks on the top. I have 3 of the red blocks like this on the back. And I have some of Dolores's leftover batting from her quilt. I guess she said this is the forever ever quilt, Auntie. When am I going to ever get it? It's coming. So it's counterintuitive when you put this together. This is going to be a flip and sew quilt, whereas most quilts there's a top, there's batting, and there's a backing, and you work at it this way. This, what I'm going to do today, is a flip and sew. While I was in there looking for stuff, I found one big block with Christmas colors in it. How could I let that slide? So I'm going to make that for a casserole pad. I put four blocks together on the back of this one. This was already in there. And this will be a casserole pad. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I'm looking, like, yes, I'm seeing it from here in my glasses. So, Auntie Ellen, you love you. Oh, thank you. I'm slow, but I get it done. The kids didn't get there. One of them, my great. When I say the kids, I call them all. I call everybody you kids. Guess what, you guys? I have a child. I have two children in their 50s. They're my children. So I call everybody the kids. Teresa Bailey, welcome. Thanks for coming. How you doing? How's Pops? So this leftover little piece and this little piece were left over from Dolores's. So this is gonna be a giveaway gift for one of you guys. So I will do the giveaway by Christmas, probably maybe next week, maybe the week after, but it won't get, I'm telling you now, it won't be in the mail. So I'm cutting off this extra little piece down here just so that it won't be in the way. This little bit. And what I'm going to, these scissors are so big, so sharp, so heavy. I have my traditional seamstress gingers over here, but I'm not using those tonight. I'm using the others. I'm just making sure the batting is pulled over to the side. So what I'm going to do is just sew, and this is a nice size little table runner, you guys. So it will look nice on one of your tables, or you can put your plants on it, right? Mike. Open your mail on it. Something. Our treasured home. Thank you for coming. Nancy, you have a nice singing voice. I heard you singing Christmas carols. I sing, but I can't hold a tune in a wheelbarrow. Tone deaf. So let me get this pedal over here and I'll show you how quick it'll be. Somebody set a timer. Okay, so it's 6:30. Watch how quick I can go around here and sew this. So yeah, this is working good. This was Unbiased LLC. I'm looking at all what looks like the junk in the background. It's really not that bad. My tissues over there. This, I don't want to fall off. That stool, I have a little cover that I put on it. That's what I use to broadcast from. That's my broadcast booth. And I have this really comfy armchair that's getting so beat up from my bracelets over there. But it is what it is. And I get to visit with you all. So I'm going to simply sew around the edges of this piece. I will fold this one just in case and put it on the side. What is this? Somebody asked. Cece said it looks fine. It is what it is, right? This is what you would see if you came to visit. So this is a little ironing pad I made, you guys. And what I made it out of is one of the paint boards. I wrapped a couple things batting around it and just sewed it, an old piece of denim. So let's make a Christmas gift for you, and you. So in order to participate in the giveaway, which I probably do Thursday, you have to be a subscriber. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, you guys. Turn on the bell if you want to get announcements. And you have to be over 18. You have to live in the lower 48 because shipping is so crazy expensive. So I'm back stitching a few. Mike made some homemade tomato sauce today. Oh, that was nice, Maria. That was great. I actually did see it on Facebook, but you have to stop telling us about it and show us about it, Maria Graham. She knows I'm messing with her because you guys, Maria is such an important part of the community. We all know and love her, but we have to encourage her to post some videos. If she could post on TikTok, on TikTok, TikTok, whatever, you could do it here and share with us. We want to see what you're doing. So I'm doing a straight stitch, 2 and 2.5. I may change it to 3 later on, but I left it at 2.5 because I'm just going to do a little stitching around the edges. And I'm doing a little more than a 1/4 inch seam because I want to mother, my hair can go out of my eyes now. It was so stubby before, it was just sticking down. I want to be able to flip it and make sure that I get the batting caught all around. So to do this, I was telling you before, it's intuitive. So you always sew with the pretty sides, the right sides together. So they're together, and then you put the batting on the bottom. This method is put your batting on the bottom. So here we go around the edges. Around the edges, making sure we have all three pieces covered. I have a few little pins in there so that I can stick myself. How many of you here have a sewing machine? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a sewing machine. I'm sewing on what I call a beginner level Singer heavy duty machine. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, but I'll tell you, this thing can sew through almost anything. So I'm going to make the stitch length a little wider because I'm seeing it like not pucker, but I'm seeing a little something, and it doesn't need a whole bunch of stitching because it's just a table runner, you guys. I can see your plants on here, putting it on your table, or just something to brighten up your life. If nothing else, you sure can say that it's bright. Oh, Tixie, Maria Graham, Joanne Stevens. I'm going to drop a link up. Tixie, do you mind coming up live one day? Maria Graham has come up before. Joanne Stevens, would you be willing to come up and sew with me one day? I think that would be fun, working on a project. I don't have a co-host to sit here and talk with me, so it's nice to have guests. By the way, you guys, I know more of you have sewing machines. Our treasured home, Nancy, I know for sure, you have a sewing machine because you have been up here sewing before. So to share your channel link for those of you who are content creators, put exclamation mark GQUAT. So we started this at 6:33. It's only 6:39 according to my handy dandy phone. Yes, Tigsy. Tigsy, email me lmpankey at gmail.com, and I will give you a little sewing list, a little beginner list, and we'll do a little project, something like this. Doesn't have to be complicated, and you can buy some fabric on sale. Actually, now is a good time to look because there are a lot of end of the year sales. So I'm going around to the fourth side, and I'm going to leave an opening so that I could turn this inside out, back stitch a little. So back stitch a little, back field in motion. I know. I don't even know the words to that song. So, Tigsy, we are going to make something. Oh, I know what everybody loves. Everybody loves the neck bone pillows. So I'm pulling these pins out. And I'll show you. First, I'll check to make sure I stitched all around. Sometimes when you're doing this, and others will tell you, and you turn it inside out, there is nothing worse than finding out that you missed a seam. Then you have to turn it back inside out again and redo it. So we're going to do some little quality control here. First, though, we're going to take our scissors and cut the corners. 1, 2, and that takes some of the bulk out so that when you turn it inside out, it looks nice and smooth. So, how many of you we're not going to do it? Maybe we will. I don't know. We might do a drawing tonight. Who knows? Get in the spirit of Christmas. We'll see how this goes. So, I'm looking around the inside, and because the batting wasn't completely straight, I'm making sure that all of the stitches are caught going around there. There's a little piece of string. I just love doing this with you guys. You know what? Oh, Tigsy, you have everything except fabric. You can get like Joann's or one of the stores. Just get like a half yard of something. Like Joann's has the cottons. Sometimes they're for about $5. One pin is still in there. Maria Hawkeyes. Thank you, Maria. Oops, actually there was 2. Thank you, Maria. No bleeding on this gift I'm giving away. Oh, she's calling dibs. So, I don't know, you guys. They say, like, if you put it out in the universe, whoever you believe in, the upper power, God, Michael, Jehovah, whoever you believe in, that it sends it to you. Have you ever like thought about somebody and all of a sudden they call you on the phone? So Psalm's calling dibs. She may just win it. So I'm reaching in between here, and I'm going to turn this inside out. Ooh, I hope I left enough room. I didn't leave a very big opening, but we're going to make it work. So I'm turning it inside out. Ooh, this is a big long one for this little space I left. Cheap. But I like to hand sew the opening, so I was trying to make it tight. We could make pillows. Oh, a pillowcase. A pillowcase. So I'm turning this inside out. Okay, so Tigsy, we can make fabric postcards. All you need are some scraps and some 4x6 fabric. You have a lot of clothes you're giving away. You could repurpose something. Well, a lot of shirts. I've made quilts out of shirts and pants, and you certainly could. That's what our grandmothers mostly use. My grandmother in Pennsylvania used to take feed sacks and bleach them out and do hand embroidery on them. Auntie Joanne and I learned how to embroider when we were like before we went to school, because then we always had homework to do and chores. But Auntie Joanne, I have some of her crewel, CREWEL, which is a type of hand embroidery, but you just use just one second, I can't walk into bubble gum. It's hand embroidery. You just use a type of thread called crewel thread. This poor chopstick got broken off somehow, but I always keep a chopstick over here. So I'm going to push this corner, and you don't want to push the corners so hard that you you don't want to push them so hard that you poke through your cloth. So we're pulling these out, and these are just some leftover blocks. You need to go to Joann's to get a couple yards for your table, but then another 1,000 projects will pop in your mind. You'll get in trouble. You know what, you guys? You might want to stop at like your secondhand stores. I know Goodwill is expensive, but if you go in the back where they have linens and things like that, my sister Joanne Stevens and I have found some amazing things. You can repurpose. You know what's really, really, really good? Some of those old linen tablecloths. I know some of them were expensive. I know, but you can make something that you're actually going to use instead of sitting in the closet, linen closet, for the rest of your life. So I'm just poking this. Now I'm coming to the short corners. I call the short corners the ones where so look at this, you guys. This could be a casserole pad or a table runner. So I see one corner's not poked out down there. Let me poke it out. So what happened was there are 3 seams in here. Why? Because this was fabric I had already cut up. I gave this fabric away in 10-yard pieces. I wish you guys had been around then. I had 160 yards of this that I bought when I was in North Carolina at a yard sale. There are a lot of textile factories. Why? Because they grow cotton in North Carolina. So there are a lot of textile factories. So I'm just kind of smoothing this out with my hands. With my hands, I'll see if I can pull this corner out a little bit more with a pin. Use whatever you have, you guys. Use your hands, your fingernails. I asked Auntie Joanne Stevens, she was working on some blocks, and they were so nice and neat. And I asked her how if she got up every time to go in her laundry room, and her studio is downstairs at her house. I use Uncle Roscoe's office for a studio. So just so that this is a really big pin, I'm just putting it here so that you all can see it. I'm not going to sew over it and hold it down. So for quilting is just a way of holding the 3 pieces together, right? So let me think. I'm designing what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a zigzag down this way, a zigzag this way, a zigzag this way, and just to hold the 3 layers together. Okay, normally you start in the middle when you're quilting, but this time I'm not. Or will I? Yeah, maybe I will. Just so that you can see the blocks. Maybe I will stitch something. No, I'll do it the long way. I know, changing my mind. And I put some gold thread in the top just because I thought it would look nice with these frogs. I'm going to increase my stitch length to a little over 3. And let's go. So I know the edge is going to be very thick, so I started in. I knew it was going to do that. So I'm going across the block. Yes, I know how to sew fast, you guys. Sam says she doesn't want to get in trouble. So I'm just holding it flat. So I'm sort of kind of in the corner over there. I'm going to do a zigzag across this way. Why am I doing this? Because sometimes when you make something, the batting inside will roll up when you wash it a few thousand times. So I'm doing this to hold the pieces together. Lord, I'm sewing, don't even have my pressing foot down. Well, when you turn to go in another direction, you leave the needle down and turn. The needle down and turn. So this will be cute on any of your tables. And it's not a Christmas piece. It's just a frog and his friends. My sister Joanne Stevens doesn't like frogs. She thinks they're creepy, but I bet she would put her food on this on it. I hope this is actually the very last piece of that frog fabric. Unfortunately, I still have some of that red fabric, so I'm going to take this out because now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Cut the strings. So can you see where I kind of zigzag? You can see it on the red. That's why I put the gold. So now we're going to zig and zag going the other direction. Okay, here we go. And we started at 6:33. It's 6:53. It's only 20 minutes, you guys. It's 20 minutes. Although, I will say this. Let's see, this needle is done. I will say this. It did take time to cut out the fabric, to find it, to iron it. Uh-oh. It's too thick over there. So, when it's thick in the corner, pull it out and start further and then backspace. So I'm going to the backspace and here we go. We're going to do it's actually going to look like an X when this is finished. And it doesn't have to be even. Joanne Stevens said, I left some frog fabric there. Okay, baby. You could sew it. I call my sister baby. She's my baby. You can sew it. I want to see it in one of your little blocks you're making. So we're over in this corner already. And it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be fancy. We're just doing it to keep the fabric from rolling up in 20 years. Auntie Joanne has handmade things that she's had for more than 20 years. Whether it was made by me or someone else. And these things last forever. The colors might fade a little bit, but guess what? It protects your table. It protects your table. Uh-oh. Is everybody in the chat a subscriber? If you're a subscriber, put a 3 in the chat. I might give this away tonight. How about that? For those of you who stayed until the very end. How about that? How about them apples? But remember, I told you I'm not going to mail it until the first of the year. I'm not getting in line at the post office. do a little impromptu giveaway tonight. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to go around the edges. Okay, put a 3 in the chat if you're a subscriber. Put a 99 in there if you want me to give this away tonight. Give it away tonight. We'll do a quick little drawing. That's what we'll do. I have some handy dandy little labels ready. Oh, la, la, this is going to be fun. Sorry if I can't see the chat right now, you guys. Mike wants a giveaway. Sam wants a giveaway. Joanne Stevens wants a giveaway. Okay, I guess the people who left early won't be here for the giveaway. Oh, you know what? They'll be in the bushes. When it's time for the giveaway, they'll be back. So I'm moving this pin, that big old pin, but I wanted to remember where it was because I'm going to go back and do a little hand stitch, line stitch over that opening. So here's a little string over here. Oh, Mike. I know Mike likes these frogs. He already has something with a frog on it. So in the back space there. Gonna come around the mountain when she comes. So Maria Graham said that's nice. Thank you, Maria. So this, for those of you who have extra blocks or things, this is what you do. When I buy, especially ugly fabric, they say there's no such thing as ugly fabric. You just didn't cut it small enough. But you know, it's a purpose. Would you make a dress out of this? No. Would you make, made a couple quilts out of this. This frog fabric, there were 15 yards of that, 160 yards of that red. Oh, you know what? So this piece is really small. Might be able to get this out before then. Talking to myself, you guys. If you ever want to get the right answer, talk to yourself. I talk to anybody that'll listen, don't I, sissy? I always been a chatterbox. Except when I'm quiet. Like this week I've been quiet, haven't I, sissy? I haven't talked to the people that I usually talk to. I've just been thinking and working on some things, planning for next year, planning for the next 25 years. Okay, so I'll see if you can see just the little X's on the back, just enough to hold it together. But guess what? I think I'll do a little in the middle too, because some of them turkey gravies or ham slices might fall on here over the next few years. And we are going to give this away tonight. How about that? How about that? So what I'm doing now, you guys, is just stitching in the ditch. Normally you do your inside seams before you sew the outer ones, but I just decided to do it right now. So that what happened there? So I don't know what happened. Oh, you know, I had some extra gold thread under the bottom here. I was cutting it. But just so that you know, when you are sewing, if your thread bunches up at the bottom, if it knots up, it means that the top thread is loose. And I see what's wrong. I'm looking up here. It's supposed to go around this little thingy because I'm using this kind of cute little flower thread stand. So I'm going to sew across here as well. Let me make sure I have enough thread on the back. So this little piece is light. I will try to get this in the mail before Christmas so you can have it on your table. That's what I will do. So you guys, I will not be standing in that line at the post office, but I will see if I can get my aide to go do it for me. And I'm just cutting the string. I always call it string. It's the thread. You guys are so funny. I'm going to the bottom of the chat. Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. Nikki Nick. I was talking about you earlier, talking about the reason I am live on Saturday was actually your suggestion. And I've been doing this for 2 years. What am I doing now? I'm just cutting the edges off this little label so that you guys will know. Penny is my nickname, you guys. And I'm going to get a glue stick. I like the glue stick for starting things. This little bag goes with me everywhere. It's got tape measures in it, needle thread. I can make anything with this by hand. My favorite thimble, in case I'm sewing something thick. Here's some thread here. And yay! So Nikki Nick, don't go away now because we are doing a little giveaway. And we will be giving away this Quickie little table runner. Okay, so that's the front, Mr. Frog. I'm going to put the label on the back. And let's get her done. Let's get her done. Couple, forward, back. Turn, roll her up. Roll her up. Leave the needle down so I could turn it. Okay, so we started at 6:33. It's 7:05, including all that yip yapping, and this took a half an hour, you guys, of actual sewing. I will go through and clean up these strings, of course, before I send it out. So check this out. Merry Christmas, baby. You sure did treat me right. And for those of you who like red, you could use it for a cat bed if you don't want it. You're eating dinner and watching Nikki Nick. What you cooking? What did you cook, Nikki? What did you get out of that garden? And for those of you, I'll give you some prim. Okay, so we're we're going to do a giveaway for this one tonight, and this orphan block that was left from I made a quilt with all red and black, and this one happened to have Christmas fabric in it. Then this one will be the back. So Thursday we'll do this and we'll give this one away. How about that? How about that? Well, let me get something to write on. Okay. So the rules are you have to be a subscriber. Number one, you have to be over 18, live in the lower United States. But if you live outside of the US, we could do like a little cash app or something. My cooked burgers with mushroom and peppers. Oh, yum. I had one of those steak burgers from Omaha Steaks today. That's what I had. Jags. This one look. I bet your wife would like this on the table. Okay, so let me get a marker that you can see. So we are going to wait and put start in the chat. Tigsy ate a chicken salad croissant. Oh, my son loves croissants. Donzel Cooper. Okay, everybody. So we're going to pick a number between 100 and 200. Can somebody put start in the chat, please? And what we are giving away, not this one today, this one, this little table runner that would look nice for the holidays or in your plant room or something. The plants could keep the frogs company. So, okay, Maria Graham put start in there. And the numbers are between 100 and 200. Start. Okay. Let's get some numbers in there. Whoa. Between 100 and 200. Maybe I shouldn't have put so many numbers in. Oh, wait. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, my gosh. Stop, 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 stop. Okay, push stop. This is crazy. Okay, you can push stop. You guys. Oh, my Lord. Okay, so we're going to stop and I'll show you the number. I'll show you the number because I don't believe this. Okay, stop. Everybody stop. And I'd like the moderators to make sure I know who I see first. And the winner is, I can't believe this. You know what I said about putting it out in the universe? Whoever you believe in, God, whoever, Michael 144. I saw Psalm, the first one, who put 144. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me go up. Somebody confirm who's the first person to put 144 in. I think Mike was putting the balloons up because there is a winner. Okay, I see start at, I don't know, something o'clock. Tigsy was close. I thought Sam was supposed to be cooking. Oh my goodness. Mike said, Sam got it. Sam, I think I have your mailing address. Well, it's not sunflowers. And I'm sure my little bean pie will love to see these red and yellow frogs. So, you guys, this is what she won. And the red and yellow on here are Auntie Joanne's favorite little cute little frogs and red fabric. So this will be nice and bright. And then Thursday we'll work on the other one. But just see how everyone, congratulations, congratulations. This was fun, you guys. So you see, even an hour, a 15-minute challenge, I probably could have done it if I stopped talking so much. It has a label on the back, and I think it's going to be cute. Congratulations, Sam. So now, I don't know who else is going on live tonight, but I know there are several people who will be. It's a Saturday night. So now it's time to say goodbye to all our lovely friends. You're supposed to be cooking. You better turn that heat down and get them pots banging in there. So this is an I in American Sign Language. This is an L. This is a U. So you never know what's going to happen when you come to Auntie Nana's house. This is how I say I love you. Ego amote. And congratulations, Sam. I hope you enjoy your gift. See you guys.